Very little is left of the ancient North American monuments. More than 90% of the structures that were documented are now completely gone. And of the less than 10% that remain, the majority have been vandalized and destroyed.
Have you ever imagined stumbling upon a city lost to time, hidden beneath the earth for centuries?
Large cities flourished in the Amazon. Enormous cities.
When you have written documents that have survived, if you can translate those documents, you can begin to get a fair sense of how history was unfolding. It's a very treacherous and dangerous place to be.
Can you just imagine what other mysteries lie in await of human discovery with all the untouched areas of the world?
Explorations and archaeological discoveries in jungle environments have significantly expanded our understanding of ancient civilizations. These lush, often formidable environments have hidden the remnants of societies from the prying eyes of modern civilization until relatively recently. But now, with newer technologies, we are able to look into these jungles without having to venture on foot. The lost city of the monkey god, also known as La Ciudad Blanca or the White City, has been shrouded in mystery and legend for centuries. Tucked away in the dense and nearly impassable jungles of the Mosquitia region in Honduras, this enigmatic city captured the imagination of explorers, historians, and archaeologists who dreamed of uncovering a forgotten civilization. It first came into the limelight with aerial photographs in 1939 suggesting its existence, but it was not until the use of LiDAR technology in 2012 that significant discoveries were made. LiDAR, which stands for Light Detection and Ranging, uses laser light to map the ground below dense forest canopies, revealing hidden structures like plazas, mounds, and an impressive pyramid, which confirmed the presence of a major pre-Columbian settlement. Further explorations on the ground uncovered stone sculptures with Maya-like iconography, intricate terraces likely used for agriculture, and large communal plazas, all suggesting a bustling ancient community. The architecture seen here, especially the pyramid, aligns with traditional Mesoamerican styles, indicating a complex society that once thrived in what is now a remote and difficult-to-access area. The city's location, deep within the Mosquitia's diverse yet hostile rainforests, shielded it from modern looters and remained a daunting challenge for archaeologists due to the harsh conditions. Local myths have added to the allure of La Ciudad Blanca, with tales suggesting the area is protected by supernatural forces and cursed, a narrative possibly rooted in the indigenous reverence for their spiritual and cultural heritage. This has given rise to various names for the city, including the City of the Monkey God, where legend has it that a giant simian deity resided. The comparison of this site to Machu Picchu, discovered by Hiram Bingham in 1911, highlights stark differences. While Machu Picchu's high Andean location and dry climate helped preserve its structures, La Ciudad Blanca faces the relentless forces of a wet jungle that rapidly degrades man-made constructions and is fraught with perilous wildlife and diseases, making explorations particularly risky. Despite these challenges, La Ciudad Blanca is as much an ecological treasure as it is an archaeological one. Positioned in a largely untouched jungle area, it plays a vital role in local biodiversity. The ongoing explorations are slowly unraveling the complexities of Mesoamerican cultures and their interconnectedness, providing valuable insights into how ancient civilizations managed to adapt and flourish in some of the most challenging environments on Earth. Each discovery at this site contributes essential pieces to our understanding of human history in the Americas, promising more revelations from this mystical city as research continues. Machu Picchu, often hailed as the lost city of the Incas, is a marvel of ancient engineering and design, first brought to global attention by historian Hiram Bingham in 1911. This well-preserved site, nestled between the Andean mountain peaks of Peru and above the Urubamba River Valley, offers not only breathtaking views but also a window into the sophisticated society of the Incas. The city's layout and the assembly of its buildings, large stone blocks cut and fitted together without mortar using a technique known as ashlar, reflect a high degree of architectural skill and understanding of seismic structural integrity, important in the earthquake-prone Andes. The urban design of Machu Picchu includes distinct residential, religious, and agricultural zones, optimally arranged to use the steep terrain to their advantage. Among its most significant structures are the Intihuatana stone, believed to have served as an astronomical clock or calendar, the Temple of the Sun, whose circular construction is aligned with the solstices, and the Room of the Three Windows, which holds cosmological importance and is positioned to catch the first rays of morning light. Thought to have been built in the 15th century as a retreat for Inca Emperor Pachacuti, Machu Picchu resembles more a royal estate than a city. It was a place for nobles, priests, and servants, with over 150 buildings from baths and houses to temples and sanctuaries, serving a variety of residential and ceremonial purposes. Its secluded location high above the Sacred Valley also kept it hidden from the Spanish conquistadors, preserving its mysteries until the early 20th century. The surrounding area of Machu Picchu is as ecologically diverse as it is visually stunning. Situated on the eastern slopes of the Andes and bordering the Amazon rainforest, it is home to a myriad of flora and fauna, some of which are endemic to the region. This biodiversity adds to the site's mystical allure and historical intrigue. Today, as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world, Machu Picchu draws hundreds of thousands of visitors annually. However, this popularity comes at a cost. The site faces significant preservation challenges due to the heavy foot traffic, prompting efforts to limit the number of visitors each day to protect its structural integrity and historical significance for future generations to appreciate and study. Moving on deep into the jungle, El Mirador, nestled in the Maya Biosphere Reserve in Guatemala, was rediscovered in 1926 and has been a goldmine of information on the pre-classic Maya civilization ever since. Flourishing from the 6th century BC to the 1st century AD, this ancient city's monumental architecture rivals even those from later Maya periods, offering a deep dive into the sophistication of early Maya engineers and architects. The city is perhaps best known for La Danta Temple, one of the largest pyramids in the world by volume. This massive structure stands about 70 meters tall and covers nearly 7 acres at its base. Its size and the effort required to build it are a testament to the advanced organizational skills of the Maya. Constructing La Danta involved quarrying and transporting enormous quantities of stone and earth, demanding a sophisticated understanding of engineering and logistics. The temple likely served as a central hub for rituals and community gatherings, playing a vital role in the religious and ceremonial life of El Mirador. Another significant structure, El Tigre, stands nearly 55 meters high and serves as a symbol of Maya religious and political power. Positioned strategically within the city, it likely hosted various communal and ceremonial activities, possibly even aligning with astronomical events. The Triadic Pyramids, unique to El Mirador and similar pre-classic cities, feature a large central pyramid flanked by 2 smaller ones, all on a single platform. This configuration might have represented a sacred trio of Maya deities and was crucial for the city's spiritual life. El Mirador's urban planning was also remarkably sophisticated, with an intricate network of causeways known as sac bays, linking major city structures. These are among the earliest known roads in the Americas and highlight the city's advanced urban planning capabilities. Large plazas were central to public life, hosting gatherings and ceremonies, and the city's extensive water management systems, including reservoirs and canals, were essential for sustaining its large population. Comparing El Mirador's architecture to other ancient wonders, such as the Egyptian Pyramid of Khufu at Giza, offers some perspective on their monumental scale. Although the Great Pyramid is taller, La Danta's base covers a larger area, reflecting different architectural focuses and social uses between these 2 civilizations. While the Maya utilized horizontal layers of stone and packed earth, the Egyptians built with large limestone blocks, each method showcasing the unique engineering insights and materials preferred by these cultures. Another ancient discovery would be Tikal in Guatemala. It's not just another ancient city, it's a beacon that illuminates the rich tapestry of the ancient Maya civilization. Discovered for the Western world by Ambrosio Tut in 1848, and now part of the Tikal National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1979, this sprawling archaeological site has been pivotal in understanding the complexities of Maya society. Its grand temples and palaces echo the architectural brilliance and urban planning acumen of a civilization that knew how to mold its environment to its needs. The city itself is a marvel of design, featuring some of the tallest temples ever erected by the Maya, set against a backdrop of dense Central American jungle. These structures are linked by an extensive network of raised stone pathways or causeways, which facilitated essential aspects of city life such as trade, military movements, and public communication. One of the standout structures is Temple 4, which soars about 70 meters into the sky, making it one of the tallest pre-Columbian buildings in the Americas. From its peak, one could easily survey the sprawling cityscape and the encroaching jungle beyond. At the city's core lies the Great Plaza, flanked by temples the Pan and the Tu, and surrounded by the north and central acropolises. This plaza was the ceremonial heart of Tikal, pulsating with the energy of myriad public gatherings and rituals. Temple Waz, known as the Temple of the Great Jaguar, was built as a monumental tomb for King Jasar Chankawil, one of Tikal's most revered rulers. Directly across from it stands Temple 2, or the Temple of the Masks, believed to have been erected by the king's wife to honor his legacy, suggesting intriguing aspects of gender and power within royal circles. When compared to Teotihuacan in Mexico, with its rigid urban grid and massive pyramids like the pyramids of the sun and the moon, Tikal presents a contrasting image. Its city plan harmoniously blends into its jungle environment, and its temples reach towards the sky as if to touch the divine. This difference in architectural philosophy highlights the diversity in Mesoamerican urban planning and religious expression. Preserving such a magnificent site is no small feat. Tikal's remote location and humid tropical climate pose continuous threats from vegetation overgrowth and structural decay, challenging conservationists who must tread the fine line between maintaining archaeological integrity and supporting the natural ecosystem that has reclaimed these ruins. Through ongoing excavation and research, it remains a crucial site for archaeologists and historians eager to delve deeper into the pre-Columbian past of the Americas, offering new stories and insights that gradually piece together the complex mosaic of human history in this lush region.
Within 100 years, other Spaniards were in there exploring, and they couldn't find the cities. So they said, he must have made it all up. And that's what academia continued to say. And they're only being found now.
Perched on the rugged hills overlooking the ancient city of Cusco, the capital of the Inca Empire, stands the majestic fortress of Saqsaywaman. This colossal structure, crafted with mind-boggling precision and architectural genius, has withstood the ravages of time, silently guarding the secrets of a civilization long past.
This is one of those cases where the science is even more sensational than the headlines.
Imagine stones so large and perfectly fitted that not even a piece of paper can slide between them, and you begin to grasp the mystery and allure of Saqsaywaman. This fortress, more than just a military bastion, is a testament to the Incas' advanced understanding of engineering, astronomy, and their profound connection to the natural world, challenging us to rethink our perceptions of the ancient world. Its story begins long before it caught the eye of Western historians and archaeologists, having been a significant part of local life and culture well before the Spanish conquest of the Inca Empire in the early 16th century.
The horrendous catastrophe of the Spanish conquest. The Spanish sent ahead of them terrible diseases like smallpox.
The Spanish first encountered Saqsaywaman during their conquest of Cusco in 1533. Led by Francisco Pizarro and his brothers, the conquistadors were immediately struck by the grandeur and precision of the fortress, which was then a central feature of the Inca capital. Among the earliest and most vivid descriptions we have of Saqsaywaman were penned by Pedro Sancho, Pizarro's secretary. Writing shortly after the fall of Cusco, Sancho's detailed accounts, alongside those of his contemporaries, provided a first glimpse into the size of the stones and the sophistication of the construction, laying a foundation for future archaeological investigations.
That's me, for scale, standing beside that block.
As the 19th century rolled around, the ruins of Saqsaywaman piqued the interest of international travelers and scholars, spurred on by the growing field of archaeology. Notable among these was Ephraim George Squire, who visited Peru in the 1860s. His detailed sketches and descriptions further fueled worldwide interest and brought more attention to the site's historical and architectural significance. By the early 20th century, the first systematic studies were underway, mapping the site's structures and attempting to understand its historical context. However, these early efforts were often limited by the techniques of the time and a colonial mindset that occasionally misinterpreted the site's purpose and construction.
Archaeology gives this work entirely to the Incas, even though the Incas themselves recognized and honored the work of predecessors.
Advancements in archaeological methods in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, including digital mapping, detailed stratigraphic analysis, and remote sensing, have significantly enhanced our understanding of Saqsaywaman. These modern techniques have shed light on the construction sequence, the true extent of the site, and its various phases of use, ensuring that each stone and artifact found continues to contribute to the story of a civilization known for its remarkable architectural feats and deep integration with its environment and the cosmos. The construction of Saqsaywaman stands as a pinnacle of Incan engineering and craftsmanship, incorporating advanced techniques that continue to puzzle historians and engineers even today. The massive boulders used in its construction were quarried from limestone deposits around Cusco, and transporting these behemoths, some weighing as much as 200 tons and spanning several kilometers, remains one of the great enigmas of Incan ability. It is believed that thousands of laborers, without the aid of the wheel or large animals, maneuvered these stones using nothing but logs, ropes, and collective human strength. The cutting precision of these stones is nothing short of extraordinary. The Incas mastered a technique known as ashlar masonry, which allowed them to fit stones so tightly together that no mortar was needed. The fit is so snug that not even a blade of grass can slip through the joints, which also provided significant earthquake resistance. The stones could shift slightly and resettle without causing the structure to collapse, an essential feature in the earthquake-prone Andes. Moreover, the architectural layout of the walls, composed of gigantic stones in a zigzag pattern, forms three parallel lines that merge into a formidable barrier. This design served not only as a strategic military defense but also held symbolic meanings, perhaps representing the teeth of a puma, with Cusco itself theorized to be laid out in the shape of this sacred animal when viewed from above. Expanding beyond its visible structure, the layout of Saqsaywaman is deeply complex and extends into both ceremonial and strategic realms. The zigzag walls, stretching over 600 meters, seem to echo the jagged peaks of the Andes themselves, blending the natural landscape into its sacred architecture. This design not only provided a stunning aesthetic connection to its surroundings, but also reflected the Incas' profound reverence for nature and the deities believed to reside within these natural elements. Researchers have also suggested that Saqsaywaman's design incorporates an acoustic feature. Tests have shown that sounds made at certain points within the complex can be clearly heard across vast distances without any echo, indicating a sophisticated understanding of sound dynamics. This acoustical engineering would have been particularly advantageous during large gatherings and ceremonies, allowing leaders' voices to be projected to extensive crowds. Additionally, the site's astronomical significance is highlighted by the orientations of its walls and specific architectural features, which align with celestial events such as solstices and equinoxes. Continuing with the architectural and engineering marvels of Saqsaywaman, the Incas demonstrated remarkable ingenuity in water management by incorporating an advanced drainage system within the construction. This system was critical in handling the heavy rainfalls typical of the region, effectively preventing erosion and water damage to the structure. Alongside this, the tiered terraces not only provided a robust defense mechanism, but were also ingeniously used to manage soil erosion and fertility, likely supporting gardens or smaller structures within the complex. When comparing Saqsaywaman to another iconic Inca site, Machu Picchu, some intriguing differences and similarities emerge, particularly in terms of purpose, function, and construction techniques. Saqsaywaman, often misconceived solely as a fortress due to its massive walls and strategic location, primarily served as a ceremonial site and a symbol of imperial power and divine authority. In contrast, Machu Picchu, built around the mid-15th century, functioned as a royal estate for Emperor Pachacuti and was heavily focused on religious ceremonies and astronomical observations. The construction styles of these two sites also reflect their differing roles and philosophies. Saqsaywaman is characterized by the use of enormous stones, meticulously fitted together without the use of mortar. This construction technique, showcasing large-scale monumental architecture, was likely intended to display power and durability. On the other hand, Machu Picchu, while also renowned for its precision stonework, utilizes smaller, more regularly shaped stones that integrate seamlessly with the natural landscape, reflecting an overarching philosophy of harmony and balance with nature. Moreover, the locations and overall designs of Saqsaywaman and Machu Picchu further highlight their distinct purposes. Saqsaywaman's position on a high plateau overlooking Cusco gives it a robust, militaristic and expansive design, symbolizing its role as a guardian over the capital. In stark contrast, Machu Picchu is nestled between mountain peaks, often enshrouded in mist, creating a more secluded and mystical ambience that is designed to blend into its mountainous surroundings, emphasizing its spiritual and retreat-like nature. These strategic choices in location and design not only served practical purposes, but also conveyed the spiritual and cultural values of the Inca civilization. Continuing the exploration of Incan architectural ingenuity, Saqsaywaman not only stands out as an architectural and ceremonial masterpiece, but also as a strategic military fortress, exemplifying the Incas' deep understanding of military tactics and effective landscape utilization. Its defensive characteristics are meticulously designed, blending the natural and constructed environments seamlessly. Strategically perched on a hill overlooking Cusco, Saqsaywaman's elevated position offered the Incas a crucial vantage point from which they could observe any approaching threats. This advantageous positioning provided ample time to prepare defenses or mount counterattacks, making it an integral part of the region's security. Access to Saqsaywaman was deliberately limited, with a few heavily guarded entrances. These were intentionally designed to be narrow, forcing attacking forces to enter in reduced numbers and become vulnerable to attacks from defenders positioned along the walls above and to the sides. Within the walls, the arrangement allowed for excellent visibility and easy communication between different sections of the fortress. Signal fires and other forms of visual messaging were used to coordinate defensive efforts across Saqsaywaman and with other nearby fortifications, further enhancing its defensive capabilities. When comparing the defensive structures of Saqsaywaman with those of medieval European castles, like the iconic Edinburgh Castle in Scotland, several intriguing contrasts and similarities come to light. Unlike the stone and mortar construction typical of European castles, Saqsaywaman's walls were crafted using the ashlar technique, which involves fitting stones together without mortar. This technique not only provided significant earthquake resistance, but also ensured there were no weak points like mortar that could be easily undermined or eroded. Both Saqsaywaman and many medieval castles share the strategic positioning on elevated ground, a common defensive feature that underscores the universal tactical advantage of controlling high ground. This strategic similarity highlights the shared understanding of defensive architecture across different cultures and epochs, each adapting to their unique environments and technological capabilities.